All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Optichrome football to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, or save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and do it live. Also, make video purchase that link down in the description. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Tate Reynolds, 1 of 1. Chris Carter, patch, 4 of 5. Deion Smith, 5 of 8. Damani Jackson, 2 of 10. Elijah Brown, 6 of 7. Gideon Davidson, 7 of 8. Faison Brandon, 5 of 6. And Dan Marino, 1 of 1. Box number 2. We should have Bo Jackson Ballerina up, I believe, for next week. Should have a couple of them. A couple cases. Amari Miller, 1 of 1. Aaron Butler, 1 of 1. Jerome Miles, 4 of 5. Andrew Raplaya, 1 of 1. Edmund Mendoza, or Fernando Mendoza, 2 of 3. Jordan McLeod, 5 of 6. Patch auto for Riley Leonard, 4 of 10. And Chris Henry Jr., 4 of 4. Box number 3. Tommy Millott, 1 of 1. Dave Casper, 1 of 1. Matthew Golden, 4 of 5. Odell Beckham Jr., 1 of 1. Brady Schmeigel, 3 of 4. Brandon Aubrey, 1 of 1. Rock Taylor, 1 of 3. And Cam Skedibu, 7 of 10. Man runs around like a little boulder falling down a hill. Box number 4, Jaden O'Neal, 1 of 1. Patrick Mahomes, 1 of 6. Haas Haney, 5 of 7. Jabari Mack, 1 of 1. Jaden Wilson, 7 of 8. Jalewis Solomon, 3 of 7. Phil Maffa, 9 of 10. And Ray Lewis, 4/7. Jamie French, 1/1. Drew Brees, 1/1. Penny Boone, 2/2. Rock Taylor, 4/10. Celeste Moa, 9/10. Taj Brooks, 1/1. Travion Henderson, 1/1. And Omarion Hampton, 6/6. Could get out just in time. Box number 6. Zach Katz, 1/1. Ken Anderson, 1/3. Bryce Kane, 7/8. Cameron Edge, 6/7. CJ Daniels, 5/6. Cliff Harris, 8/8. Tyreek Hill, 1/1. And Sam Levitt, 3/4. Box number 7. Evan Moorhead, 1/1. Jared Curtis, 1/1. TJ Lateef, 2/4. Trey Benson, 5/5. Tyron Tracy Jr., 3/8. Ryder Lyons, 1/1. Aaron Anderson, 1/1. And Ashton Genty, patch auto, 1/2. Box number 8. Justice Haynes, 1/1. Lenore Sellers, 1/1. Malik Washington, 6/10. Max Brosberg, 3/8. Michael Hawkins Jr., 7/8. Noah, 5/7. Tyler Shunk, 3/10. And Jeremiah Love, 3/5. I'm just going to avoid that one. Yeah, I saw that. Wonderful Champ Mons, 1 of 1. Haas Haney, 1 of 1. Terry Bradshaw, 1 of 1. Antoine Wells Jr., 3 of 4. Brady Allen, 3 of 8. Brandon Dorman, 2 of 4. Wonderful Champ Mons, 4 of 7. And Bryce Underwood, 3 of 6. No patch in that. Box number 10. Oh, we've got something very nice here. Also no patch in this one. Devontae Jackson, 1 of 1. Peyton Falzone. Press proof. Will Griffin, 2 of 2. Antoine Hill Jr., 1 of 6. Elijah Haven, 3 of 8. Keaton Croucher, 3 of 6. Mike Singletary, 1 of 1. And Elite 8, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell, Adanian Tomlinson, Terrell Davis, Edgerrin James, Eddie George, and Marcus Allen, 1 of 1. Boom. I mean, baseball's got some questionable ones. Like in most Leaf products, they have Nick Kurtz, which is just begging for an announcer to slip up on that one. And a couple of guys in what is that stuff? Stars and Stripes. But I'm just gonna not touch as many as possible. So that is Big K. Big K, special K from now on. Brady Allen, 1 of 1. Tommy Walker, printing play 1 of 1. G Mac. I just got a little GoPro on the helmet there. 3 of 10. Joey Theismann, 1 of 5. Achilles Smith Jr., 7 of 10. Jaden Blue, 1 of 1. Peyton Houston, 4 of 7. And dual auto, CJ Carr and Jeremiah Love, 1 of 1. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that, as well as the Octo. Get to those in just a second. Final box of the break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. Mark Gronowski, 1 of 1. Steve Spurrier, 1 of 1. JT Lindsay, 3 of 3. Caleb Jackson, 3 of 7. Carson Gordon, 5 of 6. Maybe Mettauer, 5 of 10. Peyton Houston, patch auto, 6 of 10. And Tyrone McMillan, 3 of 4. All right, for the hits. Zach Katz, Bryce Kane, Cameron Edge, CJ Daniels, Cliff Harris, Tyreek Hill, Sam Levitt, Jamie French, Drew Brees, Penny Bone, Rock Taylor, Celeste Moa, Taj Brooks, Travion Henderson, Jaden O'Neal, Haas Haney, Jabari Mack, Jaden Wilson, Jalewis Solomon, Phil Maffa, Ray Lewis, Tommy Millott, Dave Casper, Matthew Golden, Odell Beckham Jr., Brady Schmiegel, Brandon Aubrey, Cam Skadaboo, Amari Miller, Aaron Butler, Jerome Miles, Andrew Raplaya, Fernando Mendoza, Jordan McLeod, Chris Henry Jr., Tate Reynolds, Deion Smith, Damani Jackson, Elijah Brown, Gideon Davis, Faison Brandon, and Dan Marino. It's a 1-of-1 of the Marino. Mark Gronowski, Steve Spurrier, JT Lindsay, Caleb Jackson, Carson Gordon, maybe Matt Tower, Ted McMillan, Brady Allen, Talia Walker, George McIntyre, Joe Theismann, Achilles Smith Jr., Jaden Blue, Peyton Houston, Damani Jackson, Peyton Falzoni. That's just the thinnest press proof I've ever seen. Will Griffin, Antoine Hill Jr., Elijah Haven, Keegan Croucher, Mike Singletary, Wonderful Champ Mons, Haas Haney, Terry Bradshaw, Antoine Wells Jr., Brady Allen, Braden Dorman, Wonderful Champ Mons, Bryce Underwood, Justice Haynes, Lenore Sellers, Malik Washington, Max Brosmer, Michael Hawkins Jr., Big K, Jeremiah Love, Emmett Moorhead, Jared Curtis, TJ Lateef, Trey Benson, Tyron Tracy Jr., Ryder Lyons, and Aaron Anderson. For the patches, Peyton Houston, Tyler Shunk, Ashton Jetty, Ken Anderson, Amari Hampton, Patrick Mahomes, Rock Taylor, Riley Leonard, and Chris Carter. And headed to random.org. Dual auto, CJ Carr and Jeremiah Love, 1-of-1. And Octo, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell, Danny Thomason, Terrell Davis, Edgerrin James, Eddie George, and Marcus Allen. All right, that'll do it for football. Thank you guys for being here on a Tuesday, spending some of your morning here with us. We're going to head to random.org real quick and knock these out, and we'll be right back with that in a second. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Wait through your high to be valid for us. We're going to go 5 times on each random, starting off with the dual auto, CJ Carr and Jeremiah Love, though I do believe the same person bought these. That's 4 times, final roll. CJ Carr coming out on top, congratulations. And the Octo, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell, Adanian Thomason, Terrell Davis, Edgerrin James, Eddie George, and Marcus Allen. That is 4 times, final roll. Eddie George coming out on top. Congratulations. All right, we are on to 2024 Leaf Collective Multisport here in a second. Going to get that set up and good to go. We'll be right back with that shortly. All right, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Leaf Collective Multisport to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save it to the seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we're live and eBay live. Also, mention no credits necessary. The link down in the description. If you pull a CJ card, does it just randomize? No, that was for a dual auto. That's what that random was for. And CJ card won it. Box number 1, Darwin Nunez and Gareth Bale 101s, Brian Leach 7/7, Greg Oden 4/6, and Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders 5/6 dual auto. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have either of those two guys. Box number 2, Andre Reed and Timu Saliana 1/1s, Jimmy Hart 4/10, Nazim Sadikov 1/1, and Ed O'Neill 2/3. Box number 3, Anthony Munoz and Andre Rison 1/1s, Phil Foden 4/6, Bert Blyleven 1/8, and Terry Bradshaw 1/1. Paul Krause. And Kendrick Perkins, 1 of 1s. Tony Perez, 1 of 1. Mike Vick, 3 of 7. And redemption, Steph Curry. Nice. Box number 5. Ichiro. And Nolan Ryan, 1 of 1s. Johnny Damon, 6 of 10. Randy Johnson, 6 of 10. And Trinity Rodman, 1 of 10. Travis Hunter. And Urban Meyer, 1 of 1s. El Nino, Fernando Torres, 5 of 10. Jackson Churio, 2 of 3. And Jim McMahon, 3 of 8. Michael B. Jordan, 1 of 1. And Mark McGuire, 1 of 1. Greg Lazinski, 2 of 2. Reggie Jackson, 7 of 7. And Goldberg, 1 of 1. Raheem Rocket Ismail. And Herm Edwards, 1 of 1s. Bartolo Colon, 1 of 6. Jem Lonborg, 1 of 1. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, 5 of 10. Box number 9. Saidukub Kakramanov. And Dominique Wilkins, 1 of 1s. Chauncey Billups, 3 of 8. Steven Stamkos, 1 of 1. And Shedeur Sanders, 1 of 5. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Jerry Shevers. And Mickey Hatcher, 1 of 1. Dante Hall, 4 of 10. Earl Campbell, 2 of 6. And Pete Rose, Ellie De La Cruz, 10 of 15 dual auto. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Spending a little bit of your Tuesday morning with us. Go ahead and get a hit recap going, and we'll take care of the randoms. For the hits, Darwin Nunez, Gareth Bale, Brian Leach, Greg Oden, Andre Reed, Ed O'Neill, Anthony Munoz, Andre Rison, Bert Blyleven, Fernando Torres, Greg Lazinski, Goldberg, Herm Edwards, Bartolo Colon, Giannis, Dominique Wilkins, Chauncey Billups, Gary Shevers, Dante Hall, and Earl Campbell. Jimmy Hart, Nazim Sadikov, Phil Foden, Paul Krause, Kendrick Perkins, Mike Vick, Ichiro, Nolan Ryan, Johnny Damon, Jackson Churio, Jim McMahon, Michael B. Jordan, Mark McGuire, Jim Lonborg, and Mickey Hatcher. Timo Solana, Terry Bradshaw, Tony Perez, Steph Curry, Randy Johnson, Trinity Rodman, Travis Hunter, Urban Meyer, Reggie Jackson, Raheem Rocket Ismail, Said Yakub Kakramanov, Steve Stamkos, and Shedeur Sanders. And headed to random.org. Pete Rose and Ellie De La Cruz, 10/15 dual auto. And Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders, 5/6 dual auto. That'll do it for Multisport. We are on to 2024 NT NASCAR in a few minutes. Going to get that set up and good to go. But first, can head over to random.org and knock these guys out. Back with that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. We've got to roll some dice. Going to be 3 or high to be valid for us. We're going to go 8 times on each random, starting off with Pete Rose and Ellie De La Cruz. That is 7 times. Final roll. Pete Rose coming out on top. Congratulations. And Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. That is 7 times. Final roll. Emmitt Smith taking it home. Congratulations. Alright. We will be back in a few minutes with NT NASCAR. Thank you guys again. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024. Any National Treasures NASCAR to get into. When we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know when we're live and eBay live. Also mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Clint Boyer, Mark Martin, and Sheldon Creed for the White Sparkles. '43 of 49, Corey Hahn. '6 of 25, Darrell Waltrip. Sam Mayer, 40 of 99. Sammy Smith, 19 of 75. Dual patch, Josh Berry and Ryan Preece, 68 of 99. That'll be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those two guys. Haley Deegan, 67 of 99. 1 of 5, Josh Williams. It's a nice patch. Daniel Hemrick, 1 of 10. Bobby Labonte, 1 of 5. Another great patch. And 2 of 5, Jeff Gordon. Fantastic way to start. Dale Jarrett, Brad Keselowski, and Dale Jarrett. Box number 2, 4 of 5, Carson Osavar. Three of 10, Chris Bell. Christian X, 40 of 99. Jamie McMurray, 4 of 99. Dual patch, Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, 13 of 99. Jimmy Johnson, 7 of 25. Dual auto, 10 of 20. Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. Eric Jones, 95 of 99. Brad Keselowski, 2 of 49. And Ryan Blaney, 15/99. White Sparkle number 3. Thad Moffitt, and Jamie McMurray. Denny Hamlin, 2/10. Bubba Wallace, 1/5. Ryan Newman, 56/99. Brandon Jones, 16/99. Joey Logano, 82/99. Two of 10, Denny Hamlin. Todd Dillon, 92/99. From 2023 Prime, Harrison Burton, 24/49. Dual Auto, Ryan Preece and Chase Briscoe, 64/99. And 2 of 3, Kurt Busch. And final box to break. Box number 4. Good luck, everybody. John Hunter Nemechek, Noah Gragson, and John Hunter Nemechek. $10.35, Richard Petty. $26/49, Jake Garcia. Justin Allgaier, $59/99. Josh Berry, $23/75. Brian Kozlowski, $87/99. Kyle Larson, $12/99. Cole Custer, 1/49. Harry Gant, 32/49. Ben Rhodes, 8/99. And to close this out, 39/99, Jimmy Johnson. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. And then we will take care of all of our randoms. For the hits, Clint Boyer, Mark Martin, Sheldon Creed, Dale Jarrett, Brad Kozlowski, Dale Jarrett, Thad Moffitt, Jamie McMurray, John Hunter Nemechek, Noah Gregson, John Hunter Nemechek, Ryan Blaney, Brad Kozlowski, Eric Jones, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, Christian X, Chris Bell, and Carson Osavar. Kurt Busch, Harrison Burton, Ty Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Brandon Jones, Ryan Newman, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, Daniel Hemrick, Josh Williams, Haley Deegan, Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, Darrell Waltrip, Corey Heim, Jimmy Johnson, Ben Rhodes, Harry Gant, Cole Custer, Kyle Larson, Brad Kozlowski, Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier, Jake Garcia, and Richard Petty. And headed to random.org. Dual patches for Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, Josh Berry and Ryan Preece. Dual auto out of 99, Ryan Preece and Chase Briscoe. And dual auto out of 20, Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. Alright, that will do it for NASCAR. We're on to 2025 Leaf Metal Baseball at the top of the hour. Gonna get that set up and good to go. But first, head over to random.org real quick and knock these 4 out. Back that in just a second. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Number 3 are hard to be valid for us. We're going to go 4 times on each random, starting off with Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. Dual patch. That's 3 times. Final roll. Jimmy Johnson coming out on top. Congratulations. Next up is Josh Berry and Ryan Preece. Dual patch. 3 times. Final roll. Ryan Preece staying on top. Ryan Preece, Chase Briscoe. Dual auto out of 99. That is 3 times. Final roll. Chase Briscoe staying on top. And finally, Daniel Suarez, Ross Chastain. Dual auto out of 20. Final roll. Daniel Suarez taking it home. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for NASCAR. We'll be back in a few minutes with 2025 Leaf Metal Baseball. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025, the Leaf Metal Baseball to get into. To get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we'll go live and eBay live. Also mention no credits necessary for link down in the description. Box number 1, Ethan Petrie, out of 49. Mariano Rivera, 15 of 49. David Shield, 6 of 8. Cam Connerella, 7 of 25. Caden Bodine, 2 of 2. Tommy Troy, 1 of 1. And Charlie Condon, top 100 die cut, 2 of 3. Box number 2, Luke Coleman, 6 of 10. Max Bellieu, out of 99. Emmanuel Rodriguez, 3 of 10. Christian Moore, 12 of 35. Bryce Rayner, 7 of 8. Brandon Sproat, 30 of 49. And Chase Burns, 1 of 7. Ryan Sloan, 11 of 99. Xavier Nayans, 35 of 99. Dean Moss, 1 of 2. Malcolm Moore, 22 of 25. Juan Nunez, 5 of 25. Brody Brecht, 6 of 7. And Xavier Nayans, 1 of 2. Box number 4, Carter Holton, 54.99. Belness Celestine, 94.99. Cam Caminiti, 15 of 35. Chuck Knobloch, 20 of 35. Colt Emerson, 10 of 10. Boston Bateman, 8 of 10. And Cruz Schoolcraft, 1 of 5. Albert Pujols, 65/99. Bryce McCage, 77/99. Calder Barge, 32/35. Urangelo Ciente, 15/49. Jacob Cozart, 14/15. Gary Gil-Hill, 20/35. And Roman Anthony, 27/49. Anderson Brito, 99/99. John Kruk, 7/10. Franklin Arias, 10/10. Alejandro Rosario, 4/25. Tria Savage, 4/7. Cash Mayfield, 1/1. And Ethan Conrad, 2/10. Box 7, Thatcher Hurd, 1/1. Christian Moore, 41/99. Brady Montgomery, 1/1. Will Gasparino, 40/49. Walker Yanek, 34/49. Theo Gillen, 15/15. And Mariano Rivera, 6/10. Box number 8. Joe Carter, 5/99. Jamie Rodriguez, 44/99. Santiago Suarez, 9/10. Jefferson Rojas, 7/25. Carter Holden, 7/49. Griffin Burkholder, 1/1. And Jose Canseco Juan Gonzalez, dual auto, 3/7. That'll be added to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that if you have either of those two guys. Spencer Jones, 12/49. Josue DePaula, 50/99. Jonathan Santucci, 7/8. Nolan Souza, 25/25. Thatcher Hurd, 40/49. Brady Ebel, 7/10. And Seth Hernandez, 35/49. Box 10. Dale Murphy, 34/49. Bobby Baseball, 10/25. Luke Dickerson, 12/49. Liam Peterson, 27/35. Levi Sterling, 2/10. Kellen Lindsay, 7/8. And triple auto, Tim Raines, Vince Coleman, and Otis Nixon. That will also be headed to random.org at the end of the break. Box 11. Cash Mayfield, 57/99. Wyatt Sanford, 60/99. Dylan Cruz, 2/15. Blake Burke, 18/25. Chase Mobley, 1/1. Eshedri Vargas, 9/15. And Jose Canseco, 4/7. Final box of the break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. Cecil Fielder, 4/7. Braylon Payne, 61/99. Ryan Sloan, 3/5. Rafael Flores, 6/35. Peyton Toll, 2/7. Owen Hall, 1/5. And Sebastian Walcott, 10/10. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Really do appreciate it. Spending a little bit of your Tuesday with us. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second, and we'll take care of our randoms. For the hits, Albert Pujols, Bryce McCage, Kyle DeBarge, Urangelo Ciente, Jacob Cozart, Gary Gill-Hill, Roman Anthony, Carter Holton, Belton Celestine, Cam Caminiti, Chuck Knobloch, Colt Emerson, Boston Bateman, Cruz Schoolcraft, Ryan Sloan, Xavier Nayans, Dean Moss, Malcolm Moore, Juan Nunez, Brody Brecht, Xavier Nayans, Luke Holman, Max Bellew, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Christian Moore, Bryce Rayner, Brandon Sproat, Chase Burns, Ethan Petrie, Mariano Rivera, David Shields, Cam Conarella, Caden Bodine, Tommy Troy, Charlie Condon, Cecil Fielder, Braylon Payne, Ryan Sloan, Rafael Flores, Peyton Toll, Peyton Tolley, Owen Hall, Sebastian Walcott, Cash Mayfield, Wyatt Sanford, Dylan Cruz, Blake Burke, Chase Mobley, Eshedri Vargas, Jose Canseco, Dale Murphy, Bobby Baseball, Luke Dickerson, Liam Peterson, Levi Sterling, Kellen Lindsay, Spencer Jones, Josue DePaula, Jonathan Santucci, Nolan Souza, Thatcher Hurd, Brady Evil, Seth Hernandez, Joe Carter, Jamie Rodriguez, Santiago Suarez, Jefferson Rojas, Carter Holton, Griffin Burkholder, Thatcher Hurd, Christian Moore, Brady Montgomery, Will Gasparino, Walker Yanek, Theo Gillen, Mariano Rivera, Anderson Brito, John Kruk, Franklin Arias, Alejandro Rosario, Trey Savage, Cash Mayfield, and Ethan Conrad. And headed to random.org. Dual auto of Jose Canseco and Juan Gonzalez. And triple auto Tim Raines, Vince Coleman, and Otis Nixon. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys again. Look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. We're going to head to random.org real quick and knock these two out. We'll be back with that in just a second. All right, we have random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Gonna be 3 high to be valid for us. We're gonna go 8 times on each random, starting off with Jose Canseco and Juan Gonzalez. That is 7 times. Final roll. Juan Gonzalez coming out on top. Congratulations. And triple auto Tim Raines, Vince Coleman, and Otis Nixon. That's 7 times. Final roll. Tim Raines coming out on top. Congratulations. All right, that's it for us for today. Thank you guys again. It's been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Look forward to having y'all back here sometime soon. Until next, everybody. Have a good one.